Today is May 8th, 2011, and Spot Red Sea is interviewing Amr Ali for HEPCA. How long have you been cleaning Hurghada now?
We've been doing the solid waste management project for Hurghada for nearly 3 months now.
And the contract is for 5 years. Why did HEPCA accept a project to clean Hurghada?
We didn't have an idea at the beginning to get into big cities like Hurghada. You know that we established our project first in Marsa Alam, and the main concern was the amount of rubbish coming from all the tourism sectors and hotels going to the sea. The garbage used to end up at sea, used to end up on the reefs, used to end up in the wadis, and we thought that we should take our responsibility trying to minimize this amount of rubbish. So we established a factory in Marsa Alam and we established a collection system in Marsa Alam. Around 6 months ago, the Red Sea Governorate asked HEPCA to propose and give an offer and to take some responsibility within Hurghada. This was a huge challenge because we thought that Hurghada is huge for us. It was a challenge financial, it was a challenge in terms of logistics, it's a challenge not to burden HEPCA with a big thing that would affect HEPCA's performance at sea and the moorings, which is our main line of interest, which is the protection of the coral reefs and the natural resources. We took Hadaba 1 year ago and we proved great success in Hadaba, and the community was very happy with the performance of HEPCA and Hadaba. So we thought that we should take the challenge and expand. Of course, the project went smooth at the beginning, especially that HEPCA as an NGO made the bidding against 2 private companies, and the difference in price was almost 80 million pounds that was saved to the sake of the Egyptian government, because the government had to pay us less 80 million. The project till now is pretty successful. We're still not very happy and not very fully satisfied concerning the performance of HEPCA. We think the performance is around 60% now. We just need an evaluation because we're giving an award for the best division or the best sector in HEPCA in Hurghada, and the highest rating for the best area was 62%. So we're still far away from achieving what we want to achieve. Main challenges were the culture, of course, because when it comes to cleaning a city, the main challenge that you face is the culture with the people you're dealing with. It's not about spreading containers and making sure that your trucks are going on the right time, or making sure that the street sweepers are doing their job. No, the first challenge, of course, was the culture, to try to educate and to teach people how to keep their city clean. The response was great. Everybody's happy to see his area cleaner. There is still certain practices that we're working on, distributing plastic bags, for example, now in certain neighborhoods for free. In certain neighborhoods we're selling very cheap plastic rubbish bags to assure that people are putting the garbage actually in a plastic bag and close it, so HEPCA's trucks and HEPCA's workers can do an easier job instead of running around the city, and especially in a windy city like our Hurghada, we don't want to keep chasing plastic bags everywhere in the morning. The second challenge, of course, was the governmental bureaucracy. We faced a lot of corruption everywhere. I think HEPCA stepped on the wrong foot by stepping into the solid waste management issue. It was a big mafia, of course. Garbage is a very fruitful and very lucrative business. You're talking about people who are making 3-4 million from recycling this garbage. HEPCA is not into recycling, so HEPCA does not benefit from the garbage we collect. We collect the garbage and we send it to the public dump, which is contracted by another company. We're trying, of course, to improve the conditions of the dump by negotiating with the company that's running the dump site right now, to minimize the putting things on fire, things like that. We had a very ambitious plan to take Hurghada to the zero carbon emission city, and we were trying to convince the people in the dump site that we can use the organic waste to produce electricity. We had so many ambitious plans, but actually right now we're facing a lot of bureaucracy, a lot of corruption. Our containers are being stolen every day, being set on fire every day. 4 o'clock in the morning every day, small kids from certain areas in Hurghada, they come down and they take these containers, spill them down and take all the rubbish from them and keep the rubbish scattered around them. They're trying to collect the valuables out of the garbage, as they call it, the tin cans, the plastic bottles. The problem that this mafia and this illegal business is going around Hurghada, and the illegal trade of garbage that's going around Hurghada, is considered to be a great obstacle for us. And this is what is stopping us seriously from doing our job in a good way. Every day we go and we find our containers either burnt. We lost 76 containers, knowing that each container cost HEPCA around £2,000.
Wow.
So this is a major loss. We're trying to stop them. Unfortunately, the police force is not back in function yet. So we're helpless there. We're standing. We cannot implement or enforce the law by our own hands. We cannot force the city council to go and do fines for the shops that are still throwing their garbage in the middle of the street. We need the law enforcement. We need the cooperation of the city council. Yesterday we planned a full strike to stop providing the city with our service. Of course, when you do these things, you are under the pressure of, if we stop for one day, we know how it would look like. If we stop for a week, we know how it would look. And then we will continue providing the service, and it's going to be double the effort trying to get to where we are 1 week before. We went into negotiations yesterday for more than 12 hours with some government agencies that promised to smooth things for us and try to get rid of some of the corrupt officials and some of the corrupt personnel within some agencies that are just, I'm saying that they're trying to put obstacles to our way because they're involved in a way or another with this illegal trade of garbage around the city. And for us, this is the major challenge right now. We're hoping that the community will continue supporting. We'll hope that the community will keep reporting any misconduct behavior of our workers. Remember that these workers, we just got them into HEPCA and they've been here for 60 days.
What kind of misconduct are you talking about?
A lot. We don't want people to give our workers money for doing the job.
People are actually giving them
People
bakshish?
are giving them bakshish or tips for doing the normal job. We don't want this to happen. This means that our workers will have a selective kind of providing the service. Then this is the problem. They will provide the service for the ones who are giving tips and will not provide the service for the ones who are not giving tips. We're trying to change this culture.
So based on this meeting that you had yesterday, what kind of expectations do you have?
We got promises from senior officials in the government that certain things will change, that city council will be more cooperative, hopefully, and that the governor himself has been supporting this system, solid waste management system in Hurghada since the beginning, and we got promises that they will facilitate a lot of the issues that we're facing, and they will just activate the role of the city council in enforcing the law against all this underground trading mafia.
So what can the local residents do to help, apart from not giving tips to the local workers? Can they report?
Report to us, especially with videos or pictures.
Proof.
If you see proofs, if you see cars taking our containers and leaving them, they're not our cars, and you can identify our cars easily because they have the logo Haya of the project. If you're not happy about the performance of our workers in your area, please report it to us. We act immediately. We act within 120 minutes.
How can they report it? They
can send it by email. They can send it to the office. They can call us. Our numbers are on the website.
Okay.
We need them out there. It's exactly like when we started the mooring project. You need the boats, you need the captains, you need the divers to report the violations. We cannot cover 860 kilometers in the Red Sea without the participation of the community and the support of the community. And that's what we need. We promise them corrective measurements immediately the moment we receive. And as we said, we react within 2 hours of the time of the complaint. We react immediately and we respond to the complaint within 2 hours. This is the system we established with the City Council. If the City Council have a problem with the performance, they inform us and we react within 2 hours. Although in the contract it says within 1 day, but we found it ridiculous to move on the second day to remove a pile of garbage here or there.
Okay, thank you very much, Amr.
Thank you.
We hope we will be able to help you in the future.
Thank you.